Welcome to another interesting episode of Munches and Thoughts. What about UMLANJWANA?
UMLANJWANA, it is not a bad thing. Yeah, ukuba UMLANJWANA is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing ukuba UMLANJWANA. Yabona ithi ngiqale ngivumelane lapha bese ngibuyela kukuyo.
Uvumelana ini?
Ngivumelana.
Kuna le tricky part, chef. And nayo iyanda. Ndijola nomakhosi. Uba pregnant.
Nayo mina.
Nkosikazi. Ngapha ngaphendula nomakhosi.
Phendula. Ukuba wena.
Hello everyone, welcome to another interesting episode of Munches and Thoughts. My name is Phathanani, I am your chef. And of course, you know when you are starting the show and then you are just excited. That's what's happening to me. Good morning, good day, good evening. Thokozani. Niyaphila. Oh guys, nibahle. That's all I can say. On that note, because I don't want to waste time, we've got a lot to talk about today. You will start introducing yourself. She'll follow, he'll follow. Tell us, tell our munches, who are you, where you from, and what's special about you. This is your moment to shine. If you fail to shine here, don't blame Chef Mbatha, please. Thank you.
Thokozani, igama lokuzalwa umthuthuzelo kaMbobosi. Edlozini umkhulumanzolwandle. I am a traditional healer and that's my specialty.
Congratulations!
Thokoza makhosi, thokoza Njonjo. Singabakwanene, amakhosi ethu awakamhlongo. So sithi onje maneka mgabi omkhulamini umakhetama. Nine naduka iminyaka esini nathi. Oneno Damaso Mthiyano Msindane nomthenga. Sithokoze kuwo wonke amakhosi ezibene impophomeni. Elwandle. Nasemfuleni. Amakhosi namakhosikazi, amakhosana namakhosazana. Thokoza makhosi.
Thokoza. Siyakwamukela namakhosi wonke siyanamukela.
Ngike ngithi mangicala. Phakama mdidile insizwa emidwa wena amakhangisa kumnyama ilanga lingekho. Kendleza ngezinye impande mthabantsini nesimuhu mithi nesihlahla esingahlazi nentsi shinhliziyo zamadoda shobe elikhulu shobe edlula manje shobe lenjula mthakwe zinjula nhlolesi bembe kalokuthi amagujwa wena ombemzimbi wathi ngambiki zathebuleka umkhulu shobe elikhulu lo kwaSimelani igama lokuzalwa uIbrahim wakakhoza ngibonge kuwe sontshingasi ukusibiza futhi kule set ngibonge inyanga imizamo engihlonipha kakhulu ake ngikusho lokho sontshingasi umkhulumanzolwandle lapha omakhosini ngibahlonipha kakhulu ngimncane engaka edlozini asibonge emakhosini.
Oh wow, thank you so much. Let's do a cheers. Yes. Welcome to Munches and Thoughts. Yes. Wow. On that note, thank you so much. What I can say before I can start the show, I don't take you guys for granted. I appreciate and respect each and every one of you. And I am honored that you are joining me today, La Kwa Munches and Thoughts. Munches and Thoughts is not a show, but it's a place where different energies, different people come together to discuss and respect each other and educate. On that note, today we are discussing something very interesting. You know what, man? I'm going to count them one by one. I'm not just going to say this one, then say ding it. And you know, today, I don't want us to do an overview. Just want us to go. Anyone, guess into City, aziphakama intombi zakhe ethi Jesu. Insizwa ezizwayo izothakadla.
Alright.
Ngicela sikhulume ngomlanjwana. UMLANJWANA as I wait.
Well, since I'm one Lanjwana,
Okay.
I think I could talk until the week is over.
No, we can't talk. Yes.
UMLANJWANA, abaningi lelo gama balithandi ngokuthi lelo gama ngathi liyinhlamba. UMLANJWANA ingane esuke izalwe intombazane la ekhaya, intombazane ingakayi kokugana. leyo ngane uma izalwa la ekhaya isuke isiyingane kagogo nomkhulu wala ekhaya. Ukuthi kuthiwa iwumlanjwana ngazi ukuthi kuthiwa inomlando ngoba esikhathini sakudala kwakwaziwa nje ukuthi intombi iyakhula, mayisikhula iyamula, isiyaqoma, mayisiqoma iyagana, mayisigana ke isizala izingane. Le engenzi kanjalo ingane engazalwa ngalelo hlobo iyeke ibe nomlando. Mayisila ekhaya nomkhulu nogogo kusho ukuthi kuyabuza ukuthi le ngane bese kukhulunywa kumlando wayo ingane. Umlanjwana ke loyo ngokwazi kwami. Mina ngizalwe kanjalo ke.
Wow, that's beautiful. Yes.
Chef, yazi ndifuna lento mhlambi iphinde siyicacise.
Okay.
One ngesixhosa bathi ngumntana entombi. The term umlanjwana osetshenziswa ngamaZulu.
Okay.
Amaxhosa azathi ngumntana entombi. Okay. Yabona ke there's so much and I'm great that you actually put it because Shobel Khulu and I, that's why we disagree. On the approach of umlanjwana.
Okay.
Nabantu abaninzi who are either spiritualists or traditionalists. Today's world is different to the world Yokoko made. What we are referring to as umlanjwana is actually even now today a child born of someone who's already in their 30s, not married. On the basis that this person is not married, this child now all of a sudden belongs to that grouping, right? And yet you are taking a term that was used where this child will come out literally not even before 20s. Because remember, these people will marry at 13, 14, 15. And when a mistake, and again I'm going to highlight, a mistake that brings a disgrace with family, they had to make sure that they manage because they lived in a different society.
Okay, Mansolwandle, before you proceed. You are saying, you'll correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Umlanjwana is a disgrace.
Oh, trust me, in the way it's been treated, it is a disgrace.
Okay, proceed.
Now, we are now taking a society that is different to the olden ones and applying the norms and standards of that time, and that's where I disagree. I am born of Intombazana engazange bekanti.
That's why you disagree.
And I'm going to tell you why as we go, because we'll now start defining it, right? And I want us to go because that to me, literally, it always hurt me when I watch people ridiculed by their own uncles or traditionalists going and saying, Lengane isiko la ilela kulo mamalo only, and it confuses a lot. But we are going to unpack it later.
Umlanjwana inhlamba. Inhlamba.
Okay.
Akukho nje ukuthi ungayiphephetha noma uyenze njani. Umlanjwana nje inhlamba. NgesiZulu ngizothini? Kunegaba zokukhula. Bese kuthi futhi ngokosiko lokukhula kunalesi sigaba sokuthi umuntu kusukela nje uyitshitshi uma ngabe wena uhlolwa noma kukhulunywa nawe ngenkulumo wena utholakala ukuthi usuwazi ngale ezintweni ezaziwa amaqhikiza ngokwesiZulu. Lokho ubukeka vele kusukela lapho nje ukuthi akekho right, uyabo. Uma ngabe sebehamba abanye sebeyogana wena usele ungakazali kunegama oqanjwa lona ngizolikhumbula. Lelo gama lichaza ukuthi wena angazi konje kuthiwa leli gama usele wena usalile kulabo abantu behamba benza lokho angiphathi ke uma ngabe wena usuzokhulelwa uthole ingane ungakazi uzubike nokuthi umfana omqomile ubani awukho nje sibalweni sabantu kusho ukuthi nje ufile umuntu owazala umlanjwane owaziwa izwe lonke uNandi
Umama kaShaka.
Uzwa kuthiwa kunesililo sikaNandi kungoba uNandi ngokwesiZulu nangokwesikhathi sangaleso sikhathi wenza into shame yena ke futhi ke engwaselangeni ukhosi babe ngamakhosi abaselangeni ngaleso sikhathi ushake ngabagwinyi engakabagwinyi bonke babe uZulu babe ngabaselangeni benokhosi babo wayeyinkosazana uNandi lesikhathi ezala lengane kwakungaziwa nje ukuthi leyo nto leyo engenziwa inkosazana ukuzala ingane. Ingakho uma esefika ezoyilokhuzana ezoyibika lengane kwaZulu usenza ngakhona kwathiwa nje abadala bakubo bathi yena akathi ishaka. Ishaka okuyisifo sasikhona ngaleso sikhathi sokungenwa like a beetle type of an insect. Uma ngabe ingene ngaphakathi isisu sakho siyakhukhumala. Kwathiwa akasho njalo. Ngani na ihlazo kwakona ukuthi lo senza ngakhona owayengakasokwa ngaleso sikhathi okwakunamatshitshi alinde yena ukuthi asokwe bese ezoqoma ngokusemthethweni amatshitshi. Yena waba nalengozi yenzeka noNandi eceleni. So manje sekufuneke kwenziwe kanjena nje. Yaphikwa indaba yengane nje akuzange kuze kuphikwe nokuthi cha kuyona eyakithi. Kwathiwa nje akusiyona ingane akakhulelwe uphethwe isifo okuthiwa yishaka.
Thank you Sangomanene. Makhosinene. Do you want me to call you
Sangomanene? Is fine.
Okay,
yeah.
But before Ngizozagwena, because now I want to give you a chance. I want to ask Umakhosi, I'm going to call you Makhosinene. I think it's all with me.
Thank you.
Makhosinene, I want to ask you a question. What you just said. Unfortunately, like I said, thought when you are talking, that's when I grab.
Yeah.
That's how we are unique on the show. Like
Sure.
Makhosinene, uqeda khuluma ngetshitshi neqhikiza.
Yeah.
Ngisacela ukuthi uchaze ukuthi khona kanjani. Just for someone oqhubukile ngoba sikhanda history.
Yes.
Itshitshi intombazane engaka ngabe ithombile noma ithombanga kodwa intombazane engakamazi umfana engakalwazi ucansi itshitshi lelo. Kunelinye igama esetshenziswayo kuthiwa ijongosi. Ijongosi intombazane epreteen yabo engakangeni esigabeni sokuba intombi. Kodwa akuseyona intombazane seliphakathi nendawo. Itshitshi lingaba ijongosi okusho ukuthi a female who is not yet a female who's not yet of the stage. Let me just turn this off. Sorry. Yes. Should have reminded us of this. Let me just turn it off completely.
It's okay, we are live.
Angiyazi ukuthi iqalaphi manje.
Thank you.
Sorry manje.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yes, usakhuluma ngejongos. Yes.
Are we actually now?
No, proceed.
Yeah. Okusho ukuthi-ke itshitshi umuntu ongakathintwa nje intombazane engakathintwa. Ukugqoka kwetshitshi akufani, ukwenza kwetshitshi akufani. Bese kuba neqhikiza. Iqhikiza intombi esuke isiqomile ngokusemthethweni yahamba wonke amasiko okuqoma. Futhi-ke iqhikiza lisuke selikwazi nokuthi libe umentor kwamanye amantombazane angaphansi mhlambe kodwa asebukwa abantu. Okusho ukuthi njengejongosi nje uma ngabe sekukhona umfana osebona ngathi useyabona uyabona noma yiyona intombazane khona la esikhomba khona ibisi yako eqhikizeni iqhikizi lona ke elikwazi ukuthi libe umkhokheli wetshitshi noma wejongosi ukuthi kwenziwa kanjani akwenziwa kanje kwenziwa kanje futhi ke iqhikiza liba in between nomfana nentombazane intombazane ayikhulumeli.
Wow, thank you. Were you done?
Yeah.
I just wanted to I know it was not part of
Yes.
but remember ukuthi we can't omit important information.
No, yes.
Yes. So yes, Shobel Khulu. Uchazile ubazolwadi ukuthi isawe somehow. But let's hear this.
That's right.
Yeah.
Shanda.
Yes.
Kumele sihlukanise phakathi kwesintu nesiko. Kunomehluko omkhulu. Isintu sihlanganisa sonke thina siyindlu yakwaNtu. Ngizwa thina singabantu. Singavumelana lapho vele. Bese ke isiko kuba isiko lamaZulu, lamaXhosa, labeSuthu, labaTswana, labapedi kanjalo ngokuya kobukhosi nangolwimi nangama cultures athize khona lapho. manje ngokwesintu uyangizwa okwenzakalayo kufana nokudaliweyo. Ngifuna ukuthini ngamagama ngibuyela kumlanjwana. Umlanjwana akuyona into embi. Sontshinga seshantu. Ngithi mina kunomehluko phakathi kwesintu nesiko. Isintu liyini lizindlela zokuphila zabakwantu. Ngithi sonke singabakwantu sizalwa siyindlu emnyama. Siyavumelana sisonke lapha esintwini. Bese kuba nesiko okwama cultures adabuka ngobukhosi nangolwimi nangokwenza kwezizwe ezehlukene between abantu uyangizwa. Lapha sikhuluma ngesiko kakhulukazi igama elithi umlanjwana igama elisetshenziswa ngokwesiko lakwaZulu uyangizwa. Umlanjwana njengoba eshilo uMakhosunene ngiyavuma kunjalo yingane izalelwa ekhaya uyangizwa. Kungenamuntu ofike wabika la ekhaya ukuthi sengithandana nalengane yalana noma mhlambe ngizocela noma ngizoloba noma ngizoyenzani. Akhulelwe lapha ekhaya bese kuthiwa leyo ngane umlanjwana iyingane kamalume uyangizwa. Elinye igama wayithiwa ingane kamalume ngoba umalume okuwubhuti kamama wakhe uyena ozodlala imfanelo zesiko kulomntwana lo njengobaba lo ongekho in absent father umlanjwana. Khona igama bake balisebenzise Makhosinen ekuthiwa insila yasekhaya.
Okay, sorry. Ngifuna ubuye back now. Ngifuna ukubuyisa manje. Before uzoqhubeka ne-explanation. Umlanjwana ngokwakho into enhle or into embi?
Umlanjwana ngokwesiko into embi. Ngokwesiko lesizulu into embi. Kodwa ngokwesintu kuhlukile.
Ngifuna uchaze lokho.
Ngokwesintu isintu sithi okwenzakalayo kufana nokudaliweyo ngoba thina singabantu sikholelwa kumdali yangithi uma lengane idalelwe lapha ekhaya ngaphandle komshado kusho ukuthi kunesizathu sokuthi kungani lengane izalelwe la ngaphandle komshado umlanjwana ngokwesintu kodwa ngokwesiko lesizulu kuyihlazo.
Okay, I think I'm losing you.
We're talking about as far as I understand, we're talking about the difference between what is cultural and what is tradition. So according to the tradition of the Ntu people, giving birth is natural, whether you are whatever age, married or not married, right?
Okay.
But according to a culture that has been cultivated by, say, the Zulu people or the Xhosa people, the culture, it has created the situation of marriage as one of the customs that's necessary for you to have a child. So according to the Zulu culture or the Xhosa culture, it's not accepted, so it is shunned.
Yes.
Okay, but I hear you. I want to understand. Remember, I'm a good listener.
Yes.
As much as we were cut off, but I was listening to you.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me, and okay, just give me your thoughts. Let me start with this.
Okay.
Your thoughts about umlanjwana.
Umlanjwana, it is not a bad thing. Angichaza nje. Yeah, ukuba umlanjwana is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing ukuba umlanjwana. Futhi why ngisho njalo? Ngifuna ukukhuluma nabantu bakithi abathola ama-prejudice ngoba into embi ngokwesiko olithile. Bese gcine umuntu eyofuna i-identity eyofuna ubaba wakhe igcine be-rejected ngoba lo muntu loyo phela ama-prejudice wonke lawo awathola ingcindezi ethize ukuthi egcine eyofuna ubaba mhlambi kanti ngokomthetho nangokwesiko ubaba uyena omele efune ini ingane hayi ingane iyofuna ubani ubaba uyangizwa ukuthi ngithini ngokwesiko.
All right.
Yeah.
Look, I understand exactly where you come from, and I want to take this part athi akufunekanga lengane ihambe yofuna ubabayo. Ubaba kufuneka aze ekhaya. Right? You're in a perfect world. That's okay. What happens when this child is sick? Umama sewashona, sewadlula emhlabeni. Omalume are refusing to give lengane identity yayo. No bayayazi. And ingane is sick. And every time ahambe yohlola ukuthi kwenzakalani ngaye kuthiwa lento usewuhluthwa ngabakini bakuloba bakho. Are you saying now lengane does not have a right to go and pursue that path?
No, bafowethu. Inkosi yami. Msana ukuthatha usiko bese nina nithi aluhambi kahle ngoba kunje ngoba manje ingane izothini makunjani njani. Usiko ludaliwe ngoba kwakubonakala vele ukuthi akwazi ukuthi ingane izalwe la ekhaya kungazange kuhlanganiswe idalwa zikayise nonina ngokomshado nokuqhoyiswa ukuthi le ngane ingathathwa le ngane iswe kuyise ngoba izogula kwakhona la iyakhona. Le ngane futhi okwesibili akusiyona ingane kaMalume, akazi beingane kaMalume. Le ngane iyingane yabazali bentombazane. Umama nobaba walengane umkhulu nogogo. Ngiyazi lento ngoba Nkosi yami sengidlule khona.
Okay.
So uma ngisho njalo usiko ludalwe ngalendlela ngoba sekuthe emva kwesikhathi kwenzeka kwatholakala ukuthi kufuneka ukuthi kwenzeke ngalolu hlobo. That's how we form tradition. It's tested over time. Right. Kuyenzeka namanje emakhaya ingane isuke izalwe ayiphike uyise ingane izalwe khona nje ingane yasekhaya kanjalo. Iyazalwa ingane unina yagula ingane befihlile waphika uyise wafihla unina ukuthi ayapi ingane. Iyazalwa ingane yagula ingane isifika la enyangeni. Yagulela ukufa. Kwafuneka ihambe iye kuphi iyothatha umoya wakubo kubo kwamfana. Kwaphoqa ukuthi umfana ayivele abazali bazoyibona ingane. Yenzelwa namanje lengane ihlezi kubo kodwa ibe ingeyakwaMalume ngoba yona yabe isilungiselelwa lokhu zanenhlawulo zonke inhlawulo ezifanele. Yabe isiyenzelwa futhi ukuthengwa.
Makhosinene, you know ngifuna ukubamba ne not ukuthi ngiyakukhatha.
No, ungangikhathi.
Ngeke ngikhathi. Kodwa manje ingoba la uyakhona ngiyeza. Nginamakhosini amaningi for wena. Kodwa ngifuna ukunikeza uManzolwandle ichance uzoqhubeka ngoba ngisazokubuza. Then mangiqeda kuManzolwandle eze ushobela ikhulu. Ngoba nginemibuzo eminingi. Sure. Yeah.
Maybe ngafasa ukuvumele uthi you get to your questions but maybe ngi-address uMakhosinene.
No. Yeah, this is your platform now. Talk. You talk. Yes.
Uthe masithi wasesithi no masingavumeli ukushintsha isiko, right? That was her opening statement. And then later she comes and according to my own understanding, she corrected that to now give context. It is not ukushintsha isiko masithi ingane ifuneka izazi ukuthi izalwa kuphi ngoba kunesidingo esibanga lokho, right? However, kune-protocols that must be observed before anything is done, which she clarified inhlawulo, ukuthengwa kwengane yonke lento leyo ukuze kuphile ingane. What I'm against is people who are traditionalists, they hold on to the idea yokuthi lengane isiko layo lakulo mamayo, forgetting that the DNA is both the mothers and the fathers.
No, lokho kusuke kuwabantu understand usiko.
But unfortunately there are huge numbers.
Yeah, njengamanje vele leyo nto iyinkinga kakhulu ngoba uthola izingane zisho zona umuntu emdala ikhehla lithi angihlangani mina nobaba ngoba mina umuntu abantu engibaziyo oMalume kodwa umuntu uyagula kodwa umuntu futhi kufuneka enzelwe izinto zakhe.
That's what I wanted to clarify. So that
usiko zange lishintshe usiko lwaluvele lusho njalo nje luthi lengane yala ekhaya uma ngabe lengane izoba iganiswa ngale nizobe senenza ke uhlelo losiko ukuthi iganiswe ngale kodwa ngokuzalwa kwayo ingeyala ekhaya.
Khabo mama. Yes. Okay, shobela khulu.
Angibonge Sontshinga, sengicabanga ukuthi sikhuluma into ecishe efana.
Iyafana.
Ngizoyichaza ukuthi wayesisho njalo. Sihleli kanjena sisebenza abantu. Siyazazi inkinga abantu abayimlanjwana ezizobaholela kuphi kobaba lo baba lo balekile lo siyakwazi lokho. Ngeke siphikisane sikhuluma mangasithi asikwazi. Inkinga iba sekutheni kubaleke kakhulu ukuthi si understand ukuthi lento engisho oqaleni ngathi kuwena ngokwesintu ayikho inkinga uma umuntu ezalelwe ekhaya futhi akunahlazo akunanto errong ngoba isintu sithi okukhona noma okwenzakalayo kufana nokudaliweyo ukuthi kudaliwe ukuthi kube kanjalo. Inkinga izoba la esikweni ke manje ngoba isiko silikhumbule ukuthi isiko lakheka kanjani lakheka ngama cultures abhekani naleso sikhathi ngoba mase ngijula ake ngijula
Jula.
Kunesiko uyangizwa bese kuba nesikompilo uyangizwa bese kuba usiko lokuthiwa umkhuba semndenini uyangizwa khona ama cultures abhekane nani nobukhosi obuthile bathi kwaZulu kube nesikompilo esigodini sakwaZulu kwalanga li nasemabomvini nakuphi kuphi abayenzi izinto ezifanayo kodwa abangamaZulu bonke ngoba ama chiefs alezo indawo anesikompilo laleyo ndawo leyo bese kuba nento yesibongo ukuthi lapha kwaKhoza mhlambi asiyenzi imbeleko la kwaKhoza asihlabi imbuzi kwaKhoza kodwa into esiyenzayo senza lokhu nalokhu bese kuthiwa imikhuba yasemndenini but at the end of the day zonke lezi zinto lezi kumele zicomplement each other uyangizwa so mina into ebengiyisho engifuna ukuyichaza kahle njengoba bengithihlukanisa sontshingasi ukuthi umntwana omlanjwana njengabantu thina sisebenza abantu asikwazi ukusebenzisa isiko lesizulu uma silapha kumele sisebenzise isintu esizohlanganisa umvenda umdebele nomxhosa nani siqonde leyo nto ukuthi kuyenzeka ngempela baba uManzulwane ukuthi ingane igule uyangizwa ngokwesintu vele izodetector ukuthi lengane ayolungiselwa ngale ifike ilungiselwe ngempela izinto zayo ziqonde zibe right kodwa ke mawungacala wakhuluma nomuntu othile ngokwesizulu noma ngokwesintu sesizulu bakutshela ukuthi lengane ukusuka la ekhaya iyofuna uyise isidelele amadlozi la ekhaya ngoba ubaba wakhe lo mzalayo wafike wangolisa lo muzi uyasuka lengane yolanda isigebengu lamuzi isiko lesizulu elisho njalo kodwa akusona isintu angazi noma ngiyaqonda
Okay, I hear you.
No.
I hear you, but I've got so many questions on your no. I've got so many questions. Look, before you start, I hear you, and I've got so many questions.
Yeah.
But let me give, and I will ask you a question, and I'll ask Marcus a question because I've got so many questions to you too as well. Manzolanja, so far I don't have any, but I'm gonna give you a platform.
I think again usho elikhulu uyayicacisa lezi izinto azihambe nazo kahle xa sefika somewhere nimbone ukuthi ayinayo manje sephinde uyamconfuse na usiguide with your questioning so that we engage a specific topic.
Okay.
Phela nje mina ukulungisa ngoba manje uya generalize ingane yami. Ingane yami wase Northwest bakwethu ayikwazi kahle. Lapha kwaZulu yenye indaba yabona mangabe kuyaziwa kwaZulu ukuthi ingane ikakhulukazi ingane yomfana ifuna ukuthi ima iganwe ngesibongo sikayise kuyaziwa lokho so akekho umuntu ozothi uma yona ingane isifuna ukulungisa indlela yayo yokuthi nayo yakho umuzi ngeke yakho umuzi ngesibongo sakwamalungu so kuyaziwa vele isuka ukuthi lengane iyogcina vele ihlanganiswe nesibongo sakubo futhi mangabe isiyoganwa mhlambe sekulotsholiwe njani ibe isihlela inkomo zokuthi ilobole uma noma ilobole ukuthi iye kubo manje yabona right number 1 number 2 kuyaziwa ukuthi intombazane uma isiyogana ngeke igane kuthiwe njengami nje uma ngabe njoba nje ngiyumlanjwana kwanene angikwazi ukuyoba umanene emzini womuntu
Amen.
uyabo kuzomela ngibe uma Williamson yazwa yini isibongo sokhokho bami kwababa kodwa ngibe ngilungiseliwe hayi ukuthi ngimane ngisuke ngithatha isibongo nami kufanele mase ngathi sengiyogana sekufanele ke abasekhaya bangilungiselele laba besibongo sami bangithenge la ekhaya bangifake isiphandla sakwa Williamson uWilliamson ke yena sengiyogana
Guy. Yes, my Wilson, darling.
Oh, wasizakala ke manje. Bengithini vele ngoba
Bewukhuluma ukuthi angeke uyogana ubizwe ngomanene
kumele akwazi ukuthi ungagana ngesibongo sakamalungu sasamkhulu ozaluma. Kufuneka ukuthi ugane ngesibongo sakini kodwa kunokulungisa kufuneka ulungise indlela nosiko lonke lokwenza ukuthi upheleleke manje kini. Into engifuna ukuthi ke ngithi uyilungisa futhi ileyo ukuthi uma ngabe umlanjwana umuntu osengathi ngesintu umakhosi uthi unyanga konje
yebo
uthi ngesintu akunankinga ukuthi uzalelwe ekhaya ube sekhaya right ngesintu ungazala noma yinini noma kanjani kunesintu esiwusiko bese kuba usiko lwabantu bese kuba usiko lwespiritual yabona usiko lwespiritual lube seleluleka usiko lwabantu
Wow, okay.
yeah
Okay.
oh they agree
No,
No, okay. Mina, I'm just excited because I'm learning something new.
Yeah.
But let's hear
Yes.
Umanzu.
And the reason why I'm
Umanzulwana.
agreeing on that is this thing, and a simple example.
yeah
According to all or most African cultures, let me say all, a female does not have certain rights, right? Like ungena esibayeni and all of those things.
Yeah.
A female, esuka ngaphandle whether izala. However, a female is sango. Then it's a different ball game
Different situation.
altogether, which is what now she's referring to. Ukuthi now isiko lomoya selikwazi manje ukweluleka isiko labantu because this person is elevated above culture and traditional norms. So this person can actually do izinto that are not allowed on an ordinary basis. Yiyo nto ingane encane na 16 mayingene ithwasi kuthiwa isangoma manje. La ngane
Isinda.
umama ongaka angakwazi uyimamela ukuthi ithini nezaluleko zayo yet ordinarily you wouldn't.
Isangoma asina akukho ukuba ukuthi uba indoda uba umfazi uba ingane uma uyisangoma uyaqoshama nje umuntu wesifazane futhi lokho akunankinga
Yes.
uma uyisangoma wenza izinto umuntu wesifazane angazenzi awushuqula iduku ekhanda
Yes.
konke lokho wena usuke usumuntu oyilabo abantu abangasekho akusabuka isidumbu sakho ukuthi uyini kahle kahle
Sontshingasi ake ngithinti kanje uyabona ithi ngiqale ngivumelane lapha bese ngibuyela kokunye
Uvumelana ini?
ngivumelana njengoba bengishilo ukuthi isiko labantu nesiko likamoya you understand kuba nomehluko othile ngiyavumelana kakhulu okunye engivumelana ngakho ngizoyenza umzekelo owodwa abantu mabeshonele bayazila umuntu owumngoma akadinge kusila angithi akazili angithi akazili ngithi akadinge kusila you understand ngoba kusuke ehlukile lo muntu ngoba phela kunomuntu uyangizwa a physical person kube nomuntu kamoya you understand a spiritual person ungaba kanje ubone kuIbrahim ngomuntu kube ushobe elikhulu kaSimelane uyangizwa lapho it's a spirit being kimi so angikwazi mina ukuthi ngilandele izinto entirely ezesintu elabantu kanti ngibe nginesiko likamoya you understand akwenza umqondo lokho esikhathini esiningi nje singakhuluma esingaveza ebantwini ukuthi sihlukile kunabanye abantu igama lokuqala kuthiwa uhlanya lolu uyangizwa kuthiwa umuntu okhuluma nani imimoya okhuluma nezinto esingayiboni uhlanya is like a mad person kodwa we are 100% normal uyangizwa ngoba asinankinga futhi ukushiwo njalo ngoba phela umuntu usangaqondi lokho esiyiko nakho lokho engifuna ukukhuluma Sontshingasi uma singazi izinto lezi ezama cultures uyangizwa ukuthi ngithini sizokwazi ukuqonda ukuthi isiko uma selifaila somewhere uyangizwa kumele kuapplywe ini isintu uyangizwa ukuthi ngithini ngibuyela kulento uMakhosini ayishoyo lapha ukuthi uzalelwe ekhaya umlanjwana usufuna ukuyowakha umuzi manje lo muzi wena ukuzaleka kwakho kwakunganamuzi wakhiwe ngoba phela kwakunganababa kwakunomama kuphela ukhuliswa ugogo nomkhulu uyangithola ama cultural understanding abekwa umalume uyangizwa lapho kwena uthi ke maseyibeka kanjalo ke wena ufuna ukwakha umuzi kumele vele wenzeni ubuyele esibongweni sakobo baba bese ke masobuyela kulapho ke khona usulungiswa ini lento eseyimoshekile ngani ngokwesiko lalapha ekhaya usuyayilungisa manje sobuyela kuphi esintwini masobuyela esintwini kulapho ke sekushadeka khona.
Okay. So listening to three of you here, I'm gonna close this, but I'm gonna throw something. Remember, with the content, we don't finish it.
Yes, of course.
But because I've got other point. But I'm gonna throw something to you, then you can answer me. But before I throw that, I've listened to each and every one, and I respect all of you, and I love it because I love people when they respect each other when they're throwing thoughts, because that's how things are supposed to be. So one of the things I picked up here, khona usiko nesintu. And listening to you, and remember, I'm not only listening here, even outside doing research. I think a lot of people iyabashaya indaba yesintu nosiko.
Yes.
Ayi kakhulu.
Yeah.
Nasosikweni ukhona usiko lwabantu, ukhona usiko lomoya.
Nazo.
Ama spiritual people njengezangoma nje. Kune advice abayiletha kubantu ngokwazi kwabo ukuthi lapha la abangasekho nomsamo njalo kusebenzeka kanjani ngokomoya nokuthi iziphi izinto eziphazamisa umoya, iziphi izinto ezingawuphazamisa umoya. Bese bebuyela kubantu. There's a tradition that is a spiritual tradition that has merged with a cultural or people tradition. So kunezinto esizenzayo as a custom noma as usiko lwabantu. Kunezinto esizenzayo as usiko because it's spiritually advisable to apply it to our usiko lwethu.
Wow.
Ngingenelele lapho kancane Sontshingasi. Ngingenelele kancane lapho Sontshingasi.
Proceed, my dear. Proceed.
Uyabona Sontshingasi, kubalekile kakhulu ukuthi umuntu osebenza ngemimoya, umuntu oyinyanga noma umuntu olaphayo uthintana nabantu abadala, asiqonde ukuthi kumele esebenzise isintu kakhulu kunamasiko. Zokuchaza kanjani? Ngoba kuyenzeka ngesinye isikhathi umuntu udingeka ukuthi eyohlaba ekhaya. You understand? Awukwazi wena ukuthi kulomuntu lona ewumtswana mhlambe bahlaba imvu or kungumXhosa bahlaba imvu mabakhuluma nedaba. Bese uthi hamba uhlaba imbuzi, uzoxabanisa lo muntu nabakubo. Ngoba bayothi siyaqala ukuzwa lento. Sizalelwa lapha emndenini uma sikhuluma nedala zala ekhaya thina sixhela igusha, sixhela ibhoko apha. Sixhela igusha. So wena uyinyanga ngoba awuzazi lezinto ukuthi kahle ngokwesintu uyangizwa. Kufike kuphi lapho khona kuzohluka lezinto lezi amasiko manje ukuthi isikompilo elithile livume imvu ngesizathu esithile lelana mhlambe imbuzi engasetshenziswa ngesizathu esithile. Yikho ngithi mangikhuluma nozakwethu ukuthi abantu babangadidwa yithina amanzolwane makhosine. Sibatshela izinto ezobaxabanisa nomndeni ngoba emndenini kunesiko lakhona enishilo ngathi usiko kumkhuba semndenini. Mhlambe esigodini ababuya kulo kunesikompilo lakhona njengoba leli lemvu nembuzi liyisikompilo kakhulu ngoba kunabesuthu abahlaba imbuzi khona abahlaba imvu. Uma thina singayiqondi indaba yomehluko phakathi kwesintu nesiko likamoya, hayi siyobalahla.
Moshakele. Manzolwandle, thank you so much. Manzolwandle.
Thank you, Chef. Chef, I think again, Ushobel Kulu is giving a very good analysis there. However, so that we do not make people believe what we say is cut in stone, right? Into yemvu nembuzi, it's one of the contested things in history. On the basis that kunendawo abantu abamuva kuzo, because ngokwesintu imbuzi yiyo hlatywa abahlatyelwa idlozi or abakini, right? I think must clarify leyo. But because of migration, because remember our people has always been nomads. Base befike la kwindawo where I survive imbuzi, but imvu ya survive. Kwase kucengwa ukuthi sicela ukuthi niyamkele. Kwacelwa emandulo ukuthi sicela niyamkele ukuthi ziyashona asurvive lana. So sicela ukuthi nemvu manje but ngokwesintu imvu is not considered as an animal
and then ngokwe spiritual, it's not a physical body of the animal, it's the size of the spirit nenyongo.
Another thing, this is similar to the issue of impepo. Because of impepho ayikhuli kwezinye indawo or abazange bakhanyisela ukuthi iyasebenza ukuvula iminyango abangasekho. Abayisebenziswa ufika amapedi umzekelo esebenzisa impuphu noma namanzi. Ufika eStern Cape kokuqala mawuphahla awuguqi ngenyawo. Ume hunting la kokwenu. Ume phaya akhona need ukuthi uqhumisa impepho. And Eastern Cape akuphahlelwa ngaphakathi endlini enkulu kuyabikwa neve khulunywayo but xa sekuthiwa kukhulunywa nabadala on that level uye eXhantini. AmaZulu is different anomsamo which is in house, right? Then uphinde unazo advise umuntu, yes, uza advise umuntu osuka ungumtswana umtshela ukuthi hayi mama ngifuna baba erect umsamo because ngumZulu and that's how you understand it when.
Yeah.
We need to be very careful. Every case must be dealt with on its own merits. This thing is, yabangoma who are taking their own understanding of culture, but impose on people. It is dangerous and is creating problems. So they have now part. However,
Okay, on that note, as I always say, comments and thoughts, content I create.
But I just would like to wrap up the UMLANJWANA
yes,
situation.
I will give you that.
Sure.
Yeah, because I want to draw a question. So I will give you, you wrap it, and then we go.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I want to say, the manches out there, comments and thoughts I create the content. And the content yeah. So, before you wrap, I said I will have a question. You remember?
Yeah.
I want to understand. Nichazile umlanjwana na uchaza ingane kamalume ini. Ngifuna ukwazi ke ukuthi makuthi cause uchazile mawuqala Makhosinene ukuthi intombazane ezalele and umlanjwana indaba ixoxwayo like ihlazo kahle kahle. Let's not run away from that. So I want to understand again now. And it's what's happening. We can't run away from that. Umama ibe umlanjwana wazala. Ugogo zala umama ibe umlanjwana.
Yeah.
Umama lo zala mina umlanjwana. Mina ngizala umlanjwana. Like 4 generations, that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Then it's umlanjwana, all of them. Isimisa kanjani lapho?
Sesothola inkomo nini mangabe sesokhipha yonke. Mase ngizotshela uMakhosi manje ukuthi mina ngilungisa kanjani indaba yo.
Okay, asiyeke it's fine. Asiyeke. Let's do this. Okay.
Isangoma rather uMakhosi hayi.
Isangoma, yes.
Okay, asiyeke.
Isangoma phela uMakhosi.
Hayi not
But asikayeke la uzofika khona.
just like when ufuna ukuthethwa was, right?
No, azange ngithi angifuni
Okay, but before like on that question, you don't need to go. Like I just want to understand your thoughts on this. Then when you're done there, this is for all of you. Then I've got this question for you, Makhosinene, but everyone can answer because I want to wrap this because we still have 3 points here. So I want to wrap this. Makhosinene ukhulume wathi isangoma asizile. Uthe isangoma siye emncwabeni. So my question is inyanga yona iyaya na? But uqala ngokurepha umlanjwana lento engiyibuzile then siya lapho.
Sazi ke enyangeni. Thina sizona inyanga. Ubuza mina? Ukuthi inyanga iyaya yini?
Yes, but anyone can answer.
Emncwabeni. Ngokwazi kwami inyanga ngoba akusiyena umuntu okwazi ukudonsa umoya. Isizathu sokuthi isangoma kuthiwe asiyi emncwabeni. Uyazi mangabe uzoya emncwabeni ukuthi uqale uye kuleyo nkonzo noma kuleyo kuhlangana okukhona la umndeni osuke ugubha khona ukuthi umoya womuntu unyuke ngendlela njalo njalo kusengakusasa ke kuyafihlwa njalo njalo. Uma umngoma ezoba kuleso simo leso cabanga nje ukuthi ungadonsa inhloboni yenyakanyaka zeinhlambuluko ngeke kuphele lo ngcwabo. Ngeke kuphele lo ngcwabo ngoba uzobe sathe kuhlatshelwa uhutshwala kuthiwani mina ngizodonsa ukuthi lo lengane lena noma lo muntu lo kwaba khona icala elithile owalenza endaweni ethile akashadanga uzoyaphila lapha phambili ngoba vele waqoka isidwaba kanti akaganile akaqhweshanga kuphela zonke lezi inkinga zomhlaba zokuphila zabantu asuke behambe emhlabeni zidonswa yimina ngoba ngiyazizwa futhi nabangasekho mhlawumbe bakhuluma lezo zinto kimina. Kuningi okugujwayo ngokomoya uma ngabe kusuke kunomncwabo. So okokuqala, okwesibili ithunzi zala ekhaya zokufa zihlala kimi, zinamathela kimi. Ingakho abantu mabephuma emncwabeni bahambe bayogeza ngembuzi, umndeni wakhona ugezwe ngembuzi ukususa isithunzi. Lo umaqondana ingakho naye ephinde mayisezilile bese gunyulwa ilokhuzana inzilo. Ingakho futhi uma ngabe kuuma wakho kufuneka uhambe futhi uye ekhaya koma bageze wena futhi manje wena wedwa ngembuzi. Cabanga-ke isangoma njengoba ngihamba nabantu abasebenzayo.
Kodwa izangoma zamanje sizibona emncwabeni. Anyway, Makhosini ufuna ukusho something?
Yebo,
masiqeda la I think sivalele ngoba ngesiqeda.
Ngifuna ukuyingena.
Bengiza kuwena masiqeda. Yes.
Ngifisa Sontshingasi ukuthi le uyenza itopic. Ya ngoba inembuzo eminingi Makhosini, eminingi nje imibuzo ngale. Uyangithola.
Even myself.
Yeah, ineminingi ngoba khona nabantu abahamba bayocupha uyabona. Basebenza ngemimoya labantu. Bayocupha isidumbu. So sondela kanjani isidumbu nahlule kuyomncwaba bese usebenza leso sidumbu. Miningi imibuzo engaba khona uyabona. Nokuthi mhlambe wena Makhosi nene lapha ekhaya sizangoma sonke sesiyashonela siyohlala thina sibe absent emncwabini. Bese kungatshwa umndeni wangaphandle ngoba kuyenzeka umama beyisangoma, ubaba beyisangoma, ingane ezimbili zibe yisangoma bese kuba nomthandazo. Sesiyashonelwa ke manje emndenini. Thina sihlalele emuva sithi hayi malume qhubekani nomncwabo. Yikho ngithi iyadingeka lento ukuthi sike sibambe ngelinye ilanga, sike sihlalele sijule kuyona. Ukuthi ngempela isangoma siyancwatshwa emini sicwatshe ebusuku kwenzakalani kahle kahle. Uma usuncwabile kwenzakala uyidiliza kanjani imimoya. Ngoba ngiyabona ukuthi lento eyishoyo ukuthi yabona sigijima nebhokisi laphayana sibaningi namhlanje sithi asiye emncwabeni. Sophikisa yizwe.
Akufiki namhlanje.
Sophikisa yizwe.
Kade kuvele isangoma asincwabi. Isangoma nje sondele eduze nesidumbu.
Okay.
And into engifuna ukuyilungisa lana ukuthi kunento ewusiko bese kuba nento uma isiqondane nawe. Usuyazi vele ukuthi ke sengibhekane nomncwabo. Ekubeni mina ngihamba nabantu akufuneke bahlale bese kukhanyeni ithunzi isale ngaphandle. Uyazi ukuthi njoba ngiqondane noma ongizalayo oshonile mina ngakwenza lokho ngenzela uma. Sekufuneke ngihambeke lolu hambo ke lokuyomfihla. Kodwa mase ngiphuma
kube no
sekufuneke ngigeze ngethula ithunzi engiyithole lapha. Mangihamba mina imncwabo njoba nje ngesikhathi se-AIDS ne-HIV mina ngisangoma ngihamba umncwabo nomncwabo every weekend ngogeza nini.
So kusho ukuthi it's a privilege if you can be able to take care of yourself after that.
You must.
Okay, asize uManzulwane.
All right.
But definitely I think this needs to come back.
Of course. That's why that maybe also another disclaimer is that there are guidelines.
Yes.
What Umakhosi is talking to are guidelines.
Yeah.
Ukuthi sangoma uloku naloku and uyicacise beautifully so that everyone can understand why is it.
Yes.
Yes. It's exactly that.
Yes.
And I don't even want to add or remove anything. It's exactly like that. But let's be clear, it's guidelines.
Yes.
That's why Shobel Kuluna is vuka ngendaba ukuthi makushonile thina la ekhaya.
Hayi uvele wavuka ngamandla. Hayi uvele wavuka ngamandla ngizibonile.
It's not clear that
Yes.
Yikho ngithi ayihlale phansi
ibamba umthetho.
Yeah, cha ayihlale phansi siqoqwe kahle ize nayo kahle. Kuze umuntu angadideki uyabona.
Okay.
Ngoba kuzoshona emndenini ungayi emncwabeni uyayibona leyo nto. Wena uyisangoma. Uthi mawushonelwa ingane umndeni uthi akayi emncwabeni. Yikho ngithi kumele sichaze.
Okay, ngiyakuvala ngiyakhatha ke manje I'm cutting.
Now we're going to
Yes,
UMLANJWANA i-party as part of i-closing. Kunale tricky party chef. And nayo iyanda. Ndijola noMakhosi. Uba pregnant.
Makhosi, you are out of order, comrade.
I just suddenly became a Nigerian.
Yes, President.
Yes.
Before ngimshade kunalengane sitholayo or mhlawumbe mhlawumbe ezi-2. 2 years later I marry her as the lobola process starts. What now our people are doing, they are now automatically assuming ukuthi ezingane besinazo automatically because we are the parents. They migrating to ingane zomshado, and that is incorrect. Maybe that's a topic for another day because lezi ngane zitheni imilanjwana. Remember zifunyenwe nini? Noba zifunyenwe after bengivele ngizocela angikafiki na ku 50% yekhazi inkombe ezifunwe la ekhaya. So kukho umshado la benivelile nje. Asikhulumanga ngendaba yenhlawulo ye-damage, asikhulumanga anything. The next thing sokwenza umshado, all of a sudden umsesithi hayi abazali babeshadile ngingane yomshado. Hawa.
Kuphi la? On that note, thank you so much. I hope you've learned a lot under UMLANJWANA because, as I always say, Manches and Thoughts, it's all about education, enlightenment,
Yes.
fun. I hope you guys are having fun. Because I'm having fun. There's no way, cheers. There's no way. Let's do it.
Cheers.
There is no way you will come to. There is no way you will come to Manches and Thoughts and not having fun while we are educating because that's how Manches and Thoughts is all about. On that note, hey, I want to read. I want to read a statement before I go to this. Statement, it's gonna cause a lot. Calling trend. Calling trend.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Calling trend. What's your thoughts?
Calling is trending.
Yeah, it's popular.
Okay, your daughter said calling is trend. Trending.
Yes, it's popular.
Thank you. What's your thoughts?
It's on demand.
Calling is in demand.
Yeah.
Calling is trending. Calling is popular. Now, let's go deeper. I wanted your thoughts. Now, what do you mean by saying trend is popular?
In today's world, any type of calling, you can, I'm not only looking at Bungo. People who go to church are now saying, I am called to become a pastor. The numbers are high. Ebongomeni, we're seeing the same thing. And any type of calling, name any calling, the numbers are growing because we are in a free society that now gives people a right to choose what they believe in and what they want to participate in. That's why I say it's popular.
Popular, thank you. Let's hear. Calling is trending.
Yeah. Calling is trending.
Yes.
This is, a brand.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, that's what people say. People say that Ubungoma and all symbology of Ubungoma is a brand.
It's a brand. Thank you.
Yeah. And so, that brand is associated with all the things that we associate and attribute to the gatekeepers, the spiritual gatekeepers of our tradition. And those are Izangoma. So what we attribute to Izangoma is a sense of knowing the other that we do not access, is a sense of truth, is a sense of gift, is a sense of mediator between the spirit realm and this world, which is a very unique attribute. But we want to have that attribute without actually earning it or without actually being it. We like what is associated with Isangoma and we want to wear it. And I think that has a lot to do with, notice I'm speaking English now. I think that has a lot to do with a lack in society in terms of building one's self. We no longer want to take the time and the energy to develop ourselves, to create a sense of self, to go back to our identity and correct things that didn't go right so we can stand strong in our own skin. So we take what is allocated or attributed to izangoma, as in the power of it, and we want to wear it.
Okay, we want to wear it. Yes. A trend is in demand. Calling a trend is in demand.
No,
Let's hear your
it's on
thought.
demand. We are having a problem in our country now. Unemployment and poverty. So now a calling become a scapegoat to avoid such. So that's why I say it's on demand.
Yeah.
You understand? Somebody, for an example, can come to you as a patient. Ne? You as a healer, you know this person is a patient. Aguna hluzi, elisa ngobiso, aguna lotu. But tomorrow, this person will find out that tomorrow, surprisingly, become a healer. It's simple because of the calling, you understand? It becomes like a solution to people to alleviate poverty in their homestead. Because of now you are self-employed, you don't need to put a CV and say, let me go and look for a job. So it is easy to wake up tomorrow, not trained, nothing, and have ways also to skip that, you understand? When you are questioning who trained you, because of you can't do any act without a trace of training, you understand? It will be like Ngatu Kala Impi. Why, Lord? He wants to turn a spirituality a one-size-fits-all. But the reality in life, staunching us, we cannot do things without us undergoing a certain training.
Even in
and when we're going under a certain training, that means we have a trainer. And this trainer must be there. But now, when it comes to Gulente Sinayo, you decide to say, okay, let me be a pastor. You wake up tomorrow, you decide to say, let me be a healer. All these types of calling, they are profit-based. Because of, I don't think the calling of being a doctor, you understand, is treated, medical doctor is treated the same as this calling, as not doing a paperwork. That one needs a degree, needs a medicine degree, that one. Okay. You need to go to a university. So it's on demand. Every person tomorrow is Makosi Bani, Koko Bani Bani, Tony. I don't want to say medium. But the data I count as well.
Okay, thank you. Manzolwantle.
Again, I'm going to keep on being...
Proceed, yeah?
I'm going to keep on being the person that like a referee, where I realize that now we're going to take opinions and present them as facts.
Yes.
Or our own understanding, and then push it as a narrative. Shobel Kolo, I understand exactly where you're coming from. However, I tend to disagree on the manner that you're saying. Remember I said we have a freedom of choice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shobel Kolo cannot dictate to people out there who are healers that this is the only prescribed
How is he
way.
dictating?
He's saying you must have a mentor, you cannot wake up tomorrow and be a healer yourself. No. He's now indirectly addressing the people that are naming themselves self-initiates. And he is now saying that is incorrect.
But he didn't say it.
No.
No, he didn't say it, but he's insinuating it. Because what is he saying when he says someone can wake up tomorrow and says, I'm a healer?
But
that's simplifying it.
We did not actually, you did not say healers or anybody. You said calling.
No. But
calling comes in different manners.
I think right now, let me give you a chance to finish what you said.
Yes.
Sorry.
Then I will go to my third point.
Okay.
Because the way I do things, they link. I don't do something that doesn't link. So whatever that I will be asking now, I think it will give any of you a chance. But proceed what you're saying. And to tell you, I hear what you're saying. I heard him as well.
Yes.
But both of you need to be given a chance.
Of course.
Yes.
So I am saying then, it's okay. It isn't demand. But we should not then, once someone who's listening, take his statement as a blanket approach. It is not saying at specific instances we experience people who were our client. Tomorrow, we are healer now. Yes, that's incorrect. But it should not be saying it's a general thing. The numbers are not that high.
You don't need to defend yourself.
No, I don't defend myself.
You don't need to defend yourself. Okay, so just to close this before, but I think this will still gonna come back, what I'm gonna ask. I want to understand this now. I'm going back what you guys mentioned. Demand, popularity, trending.
Trending, yeah.
Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? If it's a good thing, why? If it's a bad thing, why?
Oh, to me, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Gone are the days where being African must be now seen as if you are in the bottom of anything. Gone are the days that ubungoma or any type of calling must be seen as if, for example, this is wrong or this is evil and all of that. Them being popular, and I will now segment ubungoma. So many sangomas coming up every day, every month. For me, that's a good thing. I don't see any bad. And yet we are talking here again, the principle is it wrong or right? We're not talking about certain practices that make it wrong.
Yeah.
We're just saying at a general level, is it wrong or right that is popular? And my answer is no, it's not wrong. It's right.
Okay, thank you.
For me, it's a double-edged sword.
Salt. I'm scared of salt.
It's a double-edged sword because, on one hand, we've been suppressed, as it's been said, for so long. And now Amakosi are able to be, people are able to heed the call of the ancestors. Whereas before, for the last 200-300 years, the ancestors have been waking and people have been suppressing and people have been dying, being sick, schizophrenia, mental illness, you name it, or running to the church, and the church is not really, doing what is traditionally supposed to be done for people to become, to heed the call. So it's wonderful in that, there's an awakening that is now being heeded, whereas the awakening wasn't heeded before. Kono koko nje engibaziyo mina, abathi bona ngesikhathi lento ibafikela, kwamele nje bahlukane nje ugogo wami ongizalayo, uma wami kwafanele athathe ubukhosi, athathe umngoma. Wathi ugogo cha, ingane yami isencane kakhulu, plus yena qobo lwakhe uyiluthela, wayesengene elutheleni because yena wayenamandawo namandiki, and lokhu kusina mayeseyogana ugogo ke manje ukusina yonke into eyayenziwa, wahamba wayongena phansi kwempophoma wakholwa. Umama esimngena lento wayena 1 year ekhala engaqedi, wamhambisa wahanjiswa ugogo nengane yakhe uma wami wayohlala kumfundisi kaShembe. Lo mfundisi kaShembe wahlala 1 whole year, cabanga umuntu uganile 1 whole year ehleli lo mfundisi wamtshela wathi lengane inethonga, kufuneka uyenzele inkomo yokuvuma idlozi. Wathi ugogo lutho ngeke, ngoba wayesekholwa ngaleso sikhathi, yabo. Kanti futhi naye wayesedlulile vele kulezi zinto zomoya, wabona ukuthi ziyamgqilaza, yazo. So izinto ezikanjalo, these last 200-300 years or 2-3 generations beyihlupha ngoba bingekho indlela, brainwashing and everything else, bingekho indlela yokuthi abantu ngempela freely take whatever. Ayishiye umuntu mayengathandi or take it if they want. Ukhona nezangoma ezokwazi umlekelela zibe mentor or what. Sesiyabazi ukuthi bawobani abanye babo. Kade ziphansi kwezihlahla izangoma icashile singazi ukuthi zihlalaphi. Uma usifuna isangoma ungasazi uyosithathaphi. So a double-edged sword, the other side.
Yeah.
So the other side of the sword is that now anybody's picking up the sword and just, I can do it because I had a dream that, I should go to Mpopomeni, or I had a dream of Ibai, or I had a dream of Ushalo. So, there is now that sense of because it's so out there, and there are so many people that are expressing so many different ideas, and we're all coming from different understanding of the tradition. There is now needing to be a body of regulation in order to avoid the other side of the sword to kill us, because that is now an opportunity for people that have been saying, they are demons, they are corrupted, because now there's a whole side of the tradition that is now acceptable. Those problems are coming now. And they've been there before. It's not as if it's new. But
I like what she's saying, yes.
but njengamanje, it is out of control because of the technology that we're using, because these people are no longer just practicing in their own private little place. They are now out there. So our kids who are growing up are learning both sides. And there needs to be some way now of saying, let's facilitate these two areas. Well, there is the traditional health practitioners bill was established a long time ago, 2007. Well, the council was it expired a year or two ago. And so we're waiting for the government to re-establish and vote the council.
There is one, actually. Okay. There's an interim structure now.
Interim.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Sonchinas, having a calling, it's a good thing. There is nothing absolutely wrong about it.
Demand. You
yes,
demand.
Yes. I just want to correct this, but I'm mostly misunderstood.
What are you wait, what are you correcting? The demand.
No, I've answered in terms of the demand.
You've answered.
Why, yes, I've answered. I'm not going to
So you're correcting who?
I'm saying, I'm correcting people to understand me.
No, you can say it. He's part of you.
No, not him. He understand me very well.
Okay.
Yes, I'm talking about those who misunderstand me. When I say Ubizo, there is nothing wrong about the calling.
Yes.
If you are having a genuine calling, it is actually a calling I'm talking about. A genuine calling.
Yes.
There is nothing wrong. You must respond to a genuine calling because of it's your gift. Yes. I don't have any powers to say people should not do that. You understand? It is a good thing. You have a calling, you respond to it, then you act according to your gift, to what you are given to. Including when it's a calling of witchcraft. Continue with it. It's your calling. Because of when you continue with it, you give us the work, Tina, as traditional healers, to help those people who are your victims. You are helping us indirectly as well by doing so. But what I am saying now, that I want to say in this when I wrap it up, I am saying, Ogutim, people must not act as if they have a calling when they don't have a calling to alleviate poverty. Because of they are bringing problem into our fraternity as healers. Like Uma Kosnen has said, we'll start being labeled as evil. Meanwhile, our calling is not evil. Because of it's our genuine calling is not evil. When we are labeled evil, it's because of that's where I will fight to say no. Lomuntu, you do not have any calling. Yes.
But
Thank you so much.
Now you qualified your statement.
But take it back when you say, even if your calling is black magic or witchcraft, we accept you. No, take that back.
No, we don't accept them.
Yeah.
I am saying they will continue doing it.
Fold.
They will continue doing it, Sonchingas. Ngoba vele. So are you saying, no. They will continue.
They will continue.
Now you're saying they're creating demand. You're saying, it's fine because then they provide you with victims for you to your patients.
Okay.
I'm saying it's STTs.
Okay.
STTs is
it is. Thank you. Manzolwante, you want to say something? I can see.
No, I'm very worried that Ushobel Kul is folding. What he's saying about the issue here, if someone have a calling of witchcraft, is correct. Those people have no choice. They're also going to heed that calling, just like us. You can't fold and say that now you are taking that back.
I can't take
You can't take that back because, unfortunately, in the world, there's just so much, and there must always be balance. Good and bad. The fact that we are sitting on the good does not mean that the bad should not exist.
Yeah, but we do not, as per tradition, we do not tolerate it. I mean, people were, even now they are, still reprimanded for the dark.
Okay, on that note, thank you so much. I'm still running the show. Yes, I'm cutting this.
Yes.
Because I know it's going far.
Yeah.
Remember, time. We've got like 10 minutes now to wrap up the show. But before we wrap up the show, we're not done. You're going to get a chance to come back, don't worry.
Okay.
And this is also Moth.
Me and
my team, we are coming.
Okay.
Don't worry.
All right.
This one might cost you.
No.
So, team, if we are just cut. Because this one, Okay, it's a statement, and then I want you guys to assess me on this.
Yeah.
Is ukuthwasa only limited to go to ePhehlweni? What's your thoughts?
Ayi ushilo wathinzima angiqala. Ukuthwasa nentwaso nokuya entwasweni ukuyayithwasa nasentwaseni are two different things. I'll explain it today. Ukuthwasa is to learn, it's a process of becoming. To learn something ukuthwasa lokho. Mawuya esikolweni uyofunda imedicine usuke uthwasela ukuba udokotela. If uye lentuzaneni unezigebengu uphila nazo, but ayithwasa lika plus Joe. They are correct. You understand? Because of usiyobathwasisa ubutsotsi by that time. You are teaching them ukuthwasa lokho. Then in twaso, it is something different. If you have a calling, you don't need to go to ekuthwaseni. You must be told by that calling ukuthi igusa entwasweni or not. Ngoba calling is not the same. Ubugedla, it's a calling. Abudingi intwaso. Ubuthandazi noma ubukhuleki, it's a calling. Abudingi intwaso. Ukuba yilentuzana umbelethisi, it's a calling. A birth attendance, abudingi intwaso. To be a traditional surgeon, ukuba yincebi, it's a calling. Abudingi intwaso. What needs intwaso? Ubungoma. So when you're having ubungoma, you definitely need to go to ePhehlweni. If you force yourself not to go to ePhehlweni, uzongena uhamba ngathi uyagula. Usungasana mali ungasana lutho ube inkinga kagobela ukuthi ugobela akubuyise due to your stubbornness. Because of if your calling says to you eyobungoma, you must go to engomeni uyodla ingoma laphaya. You understand? That's what you're going to be doing.
Thank you.
Lapha ngaphendula uMakhosi.
Pendula. Kubuka wena.
I resign. Yes, let me hear. I resign.
I think Chef Apha icacise kakuhle because I like the fact that when we put our certain statement out there, we need to qualify them so that doesn't create confusion on the one who's listening.
Okay.
Which is actually in politics, you say I'm covered, so I don't have any comment.
No, don't repeat it. Don't repeat it. So he's fine.
It's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not. He's not talking from me. And he's not talking from me.
Okay.
I have my own thoughts.
Marcus,
I'm waiting for my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So right, ne. So I'm gonna listen to Marcus Nene. If I know something, then I can throw this last one. Then we done.
There's definitely no ifs. She has something.
Okay. Let's hear you, Queen.
So there is this thing that's going around. Let's just be honest. There is this confusion of why do we claim that there's to be a certain process that one can't just be awakening and then doing the work, right? So I will say this, there is such a thing as tradition. Tradition is a science that has been tried by a society or a community over time. It's tested over time. So the whole thing of ubungoma specifically, I'm going to speak to that gift. The whole thing of ubungoma, whenever it started, and there's been the question, who was the first initiate, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's say there was that first person. What has happened over time is that each and every society has had ways of developing and improving and testing and to come to the conclusion traditionally that this is how a practitioner is produced out of a calling of ubungoma. And ubungoma, in my definition, it's a indigenous psychiatrist. So an indigenous psychiatrist, according to our tradition of Isintu or Ubungoni or Ubzulu, whichever, in our tradition, the person cannot elect themselves to be having a calling, to be having a gift.
Okay, I want to ask you a question before you proceed. You said ubungoma, ubungoni, ubuzulu?
I mean, whichever culture is dealing with ubungoma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in a situation where tradition has spoken that umqombothi requires sorghum and milli meal and water to make utshwala besiZulu. Wena usufuna ukufaka upineapple phakathi. Sekuyisiqatha leso. Uyabona?
True.
Sekuyisiqatha leso. And a tradition, you cannot take utshwala besiZulu or umqombothi and go and dress it up to be something else and brand it as something else. Why? Wow. Because it now become, it is what it is because of what it is, because of the time after time of testing and dealing, right? So at the end of the day, you cannot change the rules randomly because then it doesn't become what it's supposed to become. Because all koko babengeke bathi isangoma sithwasiswa esinye isangoma. If they did not test and go through life and go through igameko and go through challenges or different situations, yabon, to come to that conclusion and to create that patent belongs to tradition. And if you are doing something that is outside of that patent, it's no longer what
It is.
it is for us traditional indigenous Izangom. That's what this whole fight is about. So as such, Tina, because we prescribe to the tradition and the regulation within that tradition, uma ngabe sekuzosuka noma ubanike esingazi ukuthi yena uhambe yiphi process esezoyifanisa nathi, yithina esizofesa inkinga uma ngabe la sekungasahambi ngendlela ngani na, because Tina, we are going along with a tried and tested tradition, angithi. Laba, they don't have a tried and tested scenario. But kuyingozi kuthina if bezohamba sebephethe amashop, sebezohamba sebefake imfanekiso as if they are sangomas, because then the whole system is going to collapse because they did not go through the same traditional tried and tested methods.
Okay, thank you. I'll cut you from there. I'm giving you this chance, then I'm closing the show.
Okay. I think I love what she's saying also because she is very specific. She's referring to ubungoma.
Yes.
I think if we miss that part, we will take the whole explanation and make it what it is not. She is explaining no one should call themselves umngoma if they did not go through intwaso via ipel. The umngoma. No medical doctor can say I'm a medical doctor yet they never gone to medical school. It's simple. However, we are talking now at a bigger level that is outside of ubungoma. Ushobelkhulu actually went through ezinye theta ngabe lapha endabuko ababanga zingcibi njalo. It's a different story altogether. But what she's saying, yobungoma, I just wanted to make sure that people don't get it confused. She's referring to someone who's going to say ndingumngoma. Ishoba leli, I will disagree with it is only designated for Abango. I'll disagree with that one. So when someone epeti shoba here leli, I will disagree if I'm going to say is designated only to Abangoma. I'll disagree there. However, then of course every case must be judged and looked at its own merit. To us.
Of course.
Wow. You know what, Ne? If it was me, we can do this episode until tomorrow. Unfortunately, we can't because we need to move. But I've got two winners. I want to give books from the previous episode. Tseho MLP is one of the manches on YouTube. You just won yourself a book. We're going to contact you or just send me a DM as well. I want all these deliveries to go away on Wednesday because Tuesday is a new episode coming out. Matse Pomoloti as well. Congratulations. And now I've got 3 books here. This is my book. It's a beautiful book. This book is 300 rand, but I'm just going to give it to you guys. This is yours.
Thank you.
This is yours. You've got one. And then this one, I'm giving it away. So any of you want to ask them a question? Any of you who want to ask a question to the viewers, just ask the question. One is going to win this book here.
Ask a question.
Any of you. Anything that's want to ask them. Anything that's want to say to
I'll
them.
leave it to Marcos to the
Marcos
Queen.
Sinene, we are giving you a platform. Anything that you want to ask him, want to say to them. This book, whoever that's going to answer, it's random.
Okay. Ngesingisi noma ngesiZulu?
It's up to you, my darling.
All right, maybe both. One of the questions that was asked here was, why is calling a trend? Name one of the answers.
Oh, that's beautiful. On that note, it's a wrap. Thank you. And goodbye. Oh, before we go, you know what, Ne? I need to say this. My team will agree with me.
Yeah.
I want this episode to be out on Tuesday. And this is our 100th episode on YouTube. 100, and it's been 3 years now, Ne? Yes, guys. Congratulations. And goodbye. Thank you. Guys, you can prepare food for them.